Hello everyone, Maris Memes here, and today I just want to recently announce that I just turned 34, so I thought the first thing I would do on YouTube is basically make a video going over the comment sections that are, the comments regarding Billy Mitchell, Karl Jobst on LUS's channel, and Gen X, and a bunch of other things, and even comments on my own videos. That being said, let's have some fun. This is a comment that I myself put up, calling him an absolute chud, because that's exactly what Karl Jobst is. Darryl Javik Cobbs versus the crybaby Gilliam Mames Bitchell. Some of the fucking stupidest names I've ever fucking seen. What the fuck? This one I'm mostly focusing on Mary's comment about the 8-way stick being retrofitting, because let's be honest, back in the day when it was like PlayStation era, everyone had like a bootleg PlayStation controller or some really off-brand ass fucking controller to play with, and it was the only other controller they had. So if you were running a game with 2 players, you're kinda stuck with that junk controller, and it's not like Twin Galaxies would ever fucking know about it. And, yeah, it was accepted. Billy kicked me in the willy. I could just imagine Karl Jobst saying that in his fucking shit Australian voice. Yes, folks, yes, Billy Mitchell kicked me in the willy, guys. He kicked me in the willy. Now, oh god, I'm starting to sound like fucking Donald Trump now, goddamn. Building a wall, and we gotta kick him in the willy. You know what I mean, guys? We gotta do it. We gotta kick him in the willy, build a wall. I like to think about a 6-year-old judge looking over Karl's monstrosity of a document, and it always makes me laugh my ass off. You know how I look at it? It's like Courage the Cowardly Dog, where Eustace, like, opens the door for every, individual instant that happens in the show, but instead it's just a lawyer that shows up, and that lawyer is just, has an Australian kid standing right next to him. He's really tiny, he's just, like, waving his hand at him, like, "Hi, I come here to expose at YouTube." And then Eustace just shuts the door and tells him to fuck off. Ursat Katz is a fucking idiot that actually helped Karl Jobst lose his fucking case harder than he realizes with the breach of confidentiality, as well as he should have received a publication ban because he was posting on his blog word per word and taking notes, and then posting them online. Even though the court case is public, you can't go around posting the notes while the proceedings are still ongoing. That's because a court of public opinion can change. And there's a bunch of other stuff to it though, but like, the judge probably saw this shit that he was spewing and then literally told him, you know what? Your case is dismissed. You're done. Court, give Billy the win. Fuck this guy. Get him out of my office. Get him out of my courtroom. I don't want to deal with this idiot. And that's probably exactly what the fuck happened. He also decided to attack the judge, which I'm still holding against him because, again, he is a fucking moron for doing that. Just to be clear, no one's been able to prove he didn't cheat. Are you fucking stupid? Do you actually research what you're saying? Oh, so it's a 30-year-old record, no one cares. Alright, so when you fabricate a record 30 years ago in order to get fame and glory, and then that way you could screw over Tim Sherby and Bill Bastable and the likes, people that were actually the first people to actually get a million point score or whatever, which, there's no proof of which one of them got it first, who really fucking cares at this point. The thing is that there's someone who's even better than all of them, and it doesn't matter at this point, but they're still hanging on to this fucking glory as if they are, and that is the problem, sir. The real victims are the lawyers, judges, and everyone else working in the system has to deal with this shit, bro. Dude, you're not fucking wrong. You are not fucking wrong. High five. This one's kind of funny because Karl himself, during the lawsuit, told me that he doesn't need to do anything for Billy because he doesn't need his attention anymore, and now he's trying to get him to come to his house, and he can't even e-file for a lawyer. That's, fucking funny, considering the fact that he's not a sovereign citizen. And because there was no ongoing or previous lawsuits regarding Karl Jobst in the United States, he can't just sue someone without getting a lawyer. He actually needs to get a lawyer pro bono over here to actually do anything. And in order to do that, he needs to either be a sovereign citizen or come and pay for a lawyer. And show an active case. Of which he does not have. I'm dying at the Karl got felted. He got felted, sir! From speedrunning GoldenEye to speedrunning bankruptcy. Oh man, fuck that. That was actually a good one, fuck. Karl losing turned him into a lol-cow. What turned him into a lol-cow was not him losing, it was fucking him lying through his fucking teeth and stealing my friend's legacy.
But Vegeta! Simthreat has a level 9,000 Pornhub account! He probably has seen many lawyer scenarios on that site, and he should have access to that occasionally to file electronically!
For context, for those that don't know, Simthreat is Karl Jobst. It is an alternate account name that he used to use and go by when he was doing dating pickups and, very disgusting shit. I didn't have middle-aged men, enemies to lovers, in my bingo card. What the fuck? Carl's really good at convincing people that video game cheaters are scum of the earth. He should really write a handbook on how to pick up women and use that money to pay off Billy. God fucking damn. That sounds like a valid business strategy. You should probably take that advice, Karl. Let's not give Billy a pass. He constantly uses the legal system to scare and suppress critics of his. Yeah, no, you're right. Even his fucking dumbass son has tried to constantly contact me. Bro, I don't think there's enough people. Billy looks like Timu Keanu Reeves. He looks like he's fucking plastic, bro. What the fuck? I can't unsee this now. Goddamn. Literally gambling with what's left of his career. He has a career now? When did he have one? Where is it? Do you know what it's about? What was he before? What was he after? Did he ever finish? Will he ever win? No, probably not. I'm just fucking with you. Poor Karl went from legend to clown in a blink. It's probably the most accurate comment of 2026. Damn, even your fan base can't even watch your videos anymore. Can't say I blame them, considering the fact you lied through your teeth, bud. No, this whole lawsuit started because Karl ran his mouth too hard. Remember, this lawsuit has absolutely nothing to do with video game cheating. I hope they all lose. You know? Didn't they already? Can't we just call this a loss for everyone and just enjoy that for what it is? Because I am. Just put the fries in the bag, Karl. Put the fries in the bag! Okay, for this one, I don't even think Karl's even gonna get that far, like I said earlier. I mean, like, Florida would look at him like he's a fucking joke at this point. I mean, if none of the Florida judges don't know about this case already, the moment they have it on their lap, if they even do get it, they're gonna laugh at the fuck off, considering his resubmissions are all in these dark fucking black and white papers that are, like, heavily splotched. Like, he's submitting fucking inkjet fucking smears. I have no idea why he's doing this. I mean, it could be the courthouse or their systems or whatever, but it's not a good start to a lawsuit. And he should probably get a fucking lawyer. And he's so broke from under bankruptcy, under pro bono, I don't even think he would be able to get one or qualify for one with his credit. So he's banning people that mention the LUS videos in his Discord. That is just a fucking sad echo chamber you live in, Karl. Holy fuck. He will never beat the Lob's allegations. The lobsters. The lobsters! Look, a lot of the fans of yours have drank the Kool-Aid, so to speak, so don't feel particularly bad, my dude. Karl Jobst is just a humongous piece of shit that stole Apollo Legends' legacy in my investigative work. And then, literally, Ursat Cat also fucking intervened in that as well. And that's another fucking piece of shit that I could write a video-long fucking paragraph page worth on that piece of shit. But no. Karl Jobst, most of the information that he took, he stretched the truth, dramatized it, and didn't know what the fuck was A, B, or C, and had to go around asking other people to make sure that his statements were accurate. That's not journalism. That's dramatization. And he's a joke for that. So, you looked at a drama channel thinking it was journalism. Meanwhile, he made attacks to Van Buren and myself. So, if you ever got involved in, like, any comments to him or me, you pretty much kind of owe us both kind of an apology, and that goes for everyone else. So, again, Billy Mitchell's still a fucking fraud, but Karl's a piece of shit, and that should be acknowledged. And thankfully, you now acknowledge that, which means you're more of a smarter person for this. So good job. You're no longer a TikToker, and you're actually using your brain to get off your phone for once. I.e., don't be like Karl Jobst, don't fucking use AI, use research. Actually go and look for stuff. Look for statements before you believe everything you see on a YouTube video. Bro, can you fucking imagine using AI, generative AI, to file a lawsuit that could hinge your entire fucking life? He has to summon all the AI enders! It's just the fucking stupidest thing ever. AI enders to have total maximum security. I can't even fucking take this seriously. What the fuck? These guys are talking about this as if they've been living under a fucking rock. Do they not know that the cheating scandal and all that shit has been a long while now? And these comments are less than a month old. What the fuck? I really don't want to believe that Karl's fanbase is really this fucking stupid, but Jesus Christ. I said this earlier, is Karl a sovereign citizen? No, the fuck he is not. So how the hell is he actually gonna represent himself? He isn't. He's not able to. He needs a lawyer in the United States to do so. He will absolutely look like a fucking absolute clown of a fucking retard if he decides to go to Florida without a lawyer. From Australia. I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna be a fucking idiot if he does it. And if AI is telling him to do that, he's an even bigger idiot for following it. And as someone from the US, I try to explain this to him because he's Australian, and he doesn't get the concept that US courts are corrupt as fuck. Him opening another GoFundMe is definitely a possibility, and him trying to propose is another one too. Those both, I believe, could still happen. I mean, dude, he's already pretty much turned it into a fucking Twitter thread with those goddamn images of how fucking dark and black they are and splotched up. And the fact you can only selectively read certain things because of how bad the quality is. It really feels like it's intentionally done to make it so where you can't actually read anything that's on there, just to make it more complicated so he can twist the story if he needs to in court. Wasn't Karl boasting about that he won the last trial because he financially ruined him? Reframing 100. Gotta love this guy memes.
He got felted, sir! He can't afford a lawyer! Whoa, buddy!
Bro, this entire fucking situation for the last 4 years has been a goddamn sitcom after Apollo passed. I remember him talking about that he needed brands, too. Like, he's gonna be only eating brands. Is this to say that he's only gonna be eating food stamps? He's gonna eat food stamps, he's gonna eat forever stamps, he's gonna eat the notch stamps. Get that notch apple, you know what I mean? This guy's cooked. He needs stamp money, guys. Donate to his GoFundMe for stamps. Virtual signaling is the only thing he's fucking good at, let's be honest here. We stray further from God every day with this brain rot. 10 out of fucking 10 indeed, my guy. 10 out of fucking 10. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, he probably uses dark theme for everything, and that's why all the images are really blurry and dark as fuck and blurred the fuck out for text and everything, but still. If he knew he was going to submit them and they looked like that going in, then he probably should have double-checked them. And the fact that that's going to go right to a judge's eyes and that's the first thing they're going to see, they're going to exit this shit the fuck out before it even sets. For context here, this comment is in regards to LUS's channel, not mine. He does not need your help. The last time I was here, he was trying to send fans to harass you, and even try to sue you. Why do you want to help this guy? LUS wants to help because he's a lawyer. That's what lawyers do. They try to help people. That's their job. They take clients in, they give advice, whether it's online advice or not. You know, he should really take LUS's advice. Unfortunately, he decides to attack literally everyone that tries to fucking help him, and he's that much of an asshole. To give context, LUS even received a threat to his child, a rifle threat, to, I think, what, his 7-year-old kid or whatever, 6, 7, 3, 4, I don't know, 6 or 7s, I could balance out the numbers here, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking crack jokes, but, it's still messed up that one of his fans did that, and, the fact that that wasn't openly denounced and stopped and put to a halt by Karl himself publicly on a YouTube video is kind of nasty. And if not that, on Discord, and you know he's fucking trash talking on Discord, and that's why it gets to this point. So, if anything's to blame, us telling him to take a fucking break from Discord is pretty much the only thing we're able to do, and he doesn't even follow that, so it's kind of on him at this point. So to answer your question, if I had to guess why LUS is doing it, pity. That's pretty much it, pity. I pity. Yeah, that's about it. Having a better lawyer and having a costly lawyer are two different things, and you should probably figure out that even if he had a bad lawyer, it's the same as having no lawyer. And having no lawyer is pretty much the same bat and ball. And he's gonna play the same game again, which is almost fucking funny because he didn't learn the first time. This is another fucking savage comment right here. The fact that most of you didn't even know that he stole Apollo's legacy and all the investigative work and to quote-unquote carry the torch is fucking laughable. You know, this is pretty much karma to his face when you think about it. This comment was actually interesting because this guy was trying to analyze everything that he was submitting, and, you know, as much as you can try, just fucking look at him. Who the fuck would submit this? Who the fuck, what lawyer's gonna take this seriously, dude? Even if they were to invert it, it still looks like fucking shit. What is this, fucking Mickey Mouse scratch-off works? What is this, an art piece for McDonald's Monopoly? Karl, do you honestly think a judge is gonna take this shit seriously? Holy hell, you have people leaving because it's fucking racist in there. How the fuck do you allow racism in a Discord server? Don't you have mods and rules and auto-ban features? It's pretty simple to set that stuff up. This one's kind of funny because the third commenter is missing the point of OP. And OP is basically stating that Karl was never going to announce this lawsuit that he was writing right now. And you know what? I wouldn't either. But, you know, commenter number 3 is just like, yeah, well, it's public anyway. It's gonna be known. It wouldn't be known unless you personally looked it up. And since everyone's a peon and doesn't actually do any research, because that's the entire fan base for Karl, do you honestly think he would tell them? No. No, I wouldn't either. He's got an ego and he will never leer. You'll never clear. This one went completely over my head, and I just completely forgot about court bonds. In the US, you have to pay court bonds up front usually. And I don't think Karl knew this. This Finn Mobber guy hits the nail right on the fucking head. Clear as fucking day. But as for OP, you know, Billy is an abhorrent motherfucker. He needs to learn to shut the fuck up, because even putting Karl's name on the hot sauce code and even the bottles is kind of obnoxious. Like, dude, just take your win and be happy with it. Not for nothing, Billy, but since you refinance your house to pay for your daughter's law school, don't you think you should shut the fuck up? I mean, for the both of you, it's both tit for tat, and it's rather obnoxious for everyone to watch. In fact, it's fucking humorous. Please keep going, it's my entertainment at this point. These fucking Sims memes about fucking the Australia, thing against Bart, it's getting pretty funny. I wish somebody had told me before I visited. When I got off the plane, I rocketed up into the sky, and I'm currently sending the last message before I lose consciousness, and then ceaselessly rocket off into deep space at 54 ms. I just... Dude, this is so fucking stupid. This comment section's fucking stupid. Jobs PR firm. We'll make an absolute legend out of you at my expense. I mean, that is what pretty much happened, right? My man took 9 minutes to explain black.
This man isn't black!
The filing needs more Comic Sans. You know what this shit reminds me of? It reminds me of the one time where I walked into a Foreman Mills store and all the fucking price tags had fucking Comic Sans on it. I was fucking beyond triggered. It looked something, you know, it was a choice. Billy Mitchell is a giant loser, but so is Karl Jobst. Oh, this is petty. True, Karl is a grifter dork just like Billy. Karl is goated and has been for years for the gaming community. Oh, you're fucking funny, buddy! Go back to living under a fucking rock. You know, I know most of Billy Mitchell's family, being his son and daughter, are gonna be the ones going over this case, but I kind of feel bad for them because who the fuck is gonna be able to read this dog shit? Can I have this available in color? No. You can only have it in monochrome. Good luck fucking reading it, though. The fact that fucking AI even has a place in a courtroom to control someone's entire life, that's wild to me. It's as wild as fucking AI controlling robots. We're not far off. Having a pen with 3 colors of ink might be mightier than a lance. Oh, God. That's a fucking genius right here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Claps for you, my guy. Dude, I don't even think it's gonna make it as far as you're thinking with a slap motion. It's if it even gets that far, the judge is gonna laugh at the fuck out the door and say case dismissed. Can you imagine being in a community server? The owner of said community kicks you because you tried to mentally help him move on. Could you imagine what kind of person, how small their genitals have to be to not move on, not take that advice, and not kick you? Jesus fucking Christ, how much of a loser do you have to actually fucking be to do this shit? At this point, I'm almost positive Karl's lawyer got into his Discord server, saw all the shit that was being said and going on, and just said, fuck this case, I'm out, I'm taking his money and leaving. Well, he clearly doesn't care about his family's life, considering he just transferred all the assets in his LLC to his wife. So, I mean, what does that say? If I was the judge, I would accidentally have printed that abomination on my home printer, I would put Jobst in jail. He's bankrupt, can he even afford the donor fees? Shut the fuck up. Boys and girls gather around the campfire, we're gonna tell a story. Greatest fan and double agent is like a new mode for him to play in life. It's GoldenEye 2.0, right? Isn't that the new mode to play by? To be the sycophant? It's sycophant mode, right? I really gotta quote this one here. The real tragedy is how he was easily swarmed by so-called gaming historians and gossip mongers to fill his head with defamatory garbage. This basically effectively just ruins his chances of being a journalist if he's just going to take gossip at face value. What an idiot. Hello again, all you absolute clowns. My name is Karl Jobst. Oh wait, I misspelled my name with multiple T's. I guess I messed up again, and I can't be a good lawyer. You know, OP here has pretty much got the nail on the head. If you just apologized and made a correction video, just like you made the statements about me and Van Buren, you wouldn't have been in this predicament. You wouldn't be wasting so much time of your life and moving things around just to prove a fucking point. Which you're not doing, by the way. If you can't win, cheat.
Billy Mitchell, he could probably do it. Well, I gotta find a way to harness his power. I found a way.
That's right, we're gonna cheat.
I mean, the fact that he's citing Twitter engagement and, like, view counts on Twitter posts, That's the silliest and small balls thing I've ever seen anyone ever do ever on social media. Worse is when Karl finds out how hard it is to collect a judgment in the United States, and this guy isn't entirely wrong. I have personal experience with trying to collect a judgment from somebody else that owes me a few $1,000s too. And I'll tell you now, even after you get a subpoena of information, the social security number gets attached to the case and docket number to what they owe you for the judgment. Good fucking luck collecting it the moment they go out of state or anywhere else. You know, levying a bank account, their car, you need to keep filing goddamn subpoenas for information just to enforce an order. So you're paying money on top of money to get a small amount back to inconvenience someone. And that's all that really is. So if you're willing to pay even more after a court case, Karl, good job, buddy. Keep wasting that money. I'm not taking my lawsuit off. I am Karl the Tool. I feel any Australian lawyer who did the same would be obligated to tell Karl just not to do it. Yeah, try telling him that. Let's see where that goes. Oh wait, that's right, now he's trying to sue him by himself. Because again, he refuses to listen to anyone else but his own echo chamber on Discord. Here we have a bunch of Karl Jobst fanboys with 0 brain cells literally attacking LUS in his comment section. Could you try not being a terrible uninformed lawyer? Try spending some time with your family and stop wasting your time being a Reddit layer. A Reddit layer. Okay. Please sir, where can I find the full complaint? The Farms has the PDF as a download. The what Farms? What do you mean the what Farms? You don't know what Kiwi Farms is? You know, the same Kiwi Farms where your butt buddy Karl Jobst has the entire docket of sim threat all over it right now? I'm not refusing anything you're saying, just adding some more. I have bad senses. I have bad senses. Just gives up. Absolute clown. Karl found a higher difficulty for life than 00 Agent. Oh my fucking god. Actually, LUS, I thought you would have known this though, but it is illegal in all 50 states. You're a lawyer, how do you not know this? Karl's been grifting through fucking GoFundMe after GoFundMe. Do you really think this one's gonna be any different for travel expenses just to go meet his date? Karl in his own Discord threatened to literally shut down LUS's channel, flag it, do whatever he needs to for harassment or whatever, and just to simply take down his channel. This is already known, this is not a hidden fact. The result of these actions led to LUS getting a gun threat to his child. I'm super confused by questions 2 and 3 here because it just looks like you're questioning your own faith at this point. Dude, he was not in the right for the comment about Apollo Legend. What part of that is so difficult to fucking understand, you moron? This guy annoyed me so much that I had to re-inform him because he was so misinformed. I will stand by these words to the end of time. Anyone who uses AI for a lawsuit is a fucking moron. Do you see how fucking stupid these people are and how misinformed that they knew jack shit of what's going on? Oh my god. Like, get a grip, that's a stretch. Like, are you guys this fucking moronic that you're gonna blindly believe some Australian guy who just fucking lost his court case? Whose toothy moron boyfriend, who's only a gossiper, literally just got him unable to appeal his court case for literally trashing a judge? Good job, guys. Team effort. You've gone full fucking blown moron. First off, this would be a class action lawsuit. You'd have to get a whole lot of people to sign for it. Additionally, you'd have to prove that the GoFundMe's actual direction was supposed to be for video game cheating defense and not for a statement of suicide, which, you know, we all know about, which we're not going to get into. But you need to be able to prove that. Making Todd Rogers look like fucking Einstein is a crazy statement. Man, this guy is really trying to defend Karl from the looks of it, and yet you really can't because he just only found out what the case was about. Just like everyone else. Karl Jobst isn't ever going to take any responsibility, and this is a very crude way to put it, and yet it works. So repeating stuff about another person just because you heard it in internet drama doesn't always translate to a judge taking your side? Well, I should fucking hope not. This one's actually from my comment section. A smart person keeps their evidence stored up for the court case. Karl, here's my 100th Billy Mitchell video. No, I'm not bullying him. What are you talking about? I stopped watching Karl Jobst videos when he started all the drama. I could tell right away he was intoxicated with the idea of being a moral vigilante. Even the judge who sentenced him had to mention this fact. And my own experience is that, you know, truly moral people don't want that kind of attention. Karl Jobst put himself in that role. Only the people I personally don't trust would put themselves in it, and I suggest people would watch out for these types of individuals and stay away. But when you're playing moral vigilante, his biggest issue is you don't fuck around and find out. Karl's always someone who is evil and disingenuous when called out, like when Karl Lies gave $20,000 to Dream and ESA, simply for a shit Minecraft speedrun event. comment might be a year old, but I still find it funny that people thought that this was infighting between me and Karl, which is just absolutely hilarious. This one's literally true, where his comment section and Discord literally call me every fucked up thing under the sun, from school shooter to literally anything you could possibly imagine with death threats on top. And he never makes videos denouncing any of these activities from his fans. No Twitter statements, and while throwing a rant on Discord at the same time, just only amplifies other people to do it. This guy remembered me from the Apollo Legends Mario 64 stream. I was in the comment section at the time, and then once the stream ended, we continued playing off stream for a little bit. It's kind of funny. I almost forgot about that entire sequence until reading this just now. Cheats, defames, then cries victim. Time to unsubscribe. This is another video that I did with a comment that was very recent from a couple days ago from Princeton. I did this video years before Karl Jobst ever made any video, and Apollo Legend praised me for this video. So it's kind of funny, because that's when I started working with him. While US people and Australians grow up to breathe air, basically, and waste air. I mean, you're not entirely wrong, we all live to die. Billy never cheated, you wanna know why? Because he never even played the game. Stupid evidence like red joysticks, non-existent plaques, and MAME, and all this stuff. I love this guy. This comment is actually fucking genius and hilarious at the same time. I love it. This is another one that Mary wrote that I will actually correct him on. So Jace Hall tried to replicate the exact extent for the MAME transitions from Jeremy Young's photos, and it's not possible to do it all. Period. There's no VCR heads that can figure this out. There's no special transition. It's just not possible to recreate on the converters at the time. I have my own original Donkey Kong cabinet, and I try to convert the footage to make it look like MAME's transitions, and I couldn't get it to do anything no matter what converter I used. Next, we're getting into the spicy comment section. The spicy comment section is stuff that I thought shouldn't even be in the video. But one of them really disgusted me from a Karl fanboy, so I'm gonna post it here. This guy is a fucking scumbag, and I hope karma kicks him in the dick for the rest of his irrelevant, miserable fucking life. Ladies and gentlemen, the supposed real Tim Duncan is now calling me a vile human, right? This one I'm not even gonna make a joke about. This is just kind of messed up, man. This is going too far. As touchy as this subject is, there's no grounds for Karl or anyone to even make that statement or sue him for that in the first place. This is the same piece of irrelevant shit that I would have pissed on his fucking cremains earlier, but he's now on LUS's channel and just wreaking havoc and saying nasty shit like this. Can you get the fuck out of our channels? Thanks. Leave. Dude, this is just fucked up to even... no, I'm not even gonna make the statement, dude. Just... delete this. Cancer isn't a joke, and to the 8 people that like this comment, get fucking help, for real. And now, for possibly the funniest fucking goddamn comment I have ever seen regarding Karl Jobst, Billy Mitchell, LUS, and literally everything. Out of everything, probably the funniest fucking comment I've ever seen. It wouldn't be surprising to see Billy Mitchell bribe another academic quack to escape defamation charges by claiming a highly localized quantum gravitational event could have occurred between his device and Karl's computer, wherein a micro-singular black hole generated an intense gravitational field that initiated extreme time dilation and gravitational lensing, warping the outbound electromagnetic telemetry of an entirely innocent, highly viscous habanero hot sauce recipe that this paid-for expert would accidentally argue that as digital packets could have traversed the event's horizon ergosphere, frame dragging the localized geomagnetic anomalies could have induced severe bit flipping across the TCP/IP treaders, miraculously transposing the binary code of a harmless hot sauce recipe into the exact ANSI character sequence required to render the exact defamatory statements on Karl's receiving terminal. Breaking the laws of astrophysics and rewriting the standard model of quantum mechanics is indefinitely more palpable than a narcissist owning up to a lie. So you see, Billy is innocently of any and all defamation claims. Who is the court going to believe? A university professor spewing forth such obvious bullshit scientific quackery? Or a disgruntled, jealous Billy Mitchell hating video game head? Bro, what the fuck did I just read? I don't what the fuck wrote this shit? Who the fuck comes up with this fucking goddamn shit?
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. drop